Operation Desert Storm changed the way air superiority was achieved forever. Faced with the sixth largest air force in the world and a dense integrated air defense system, the coalition assembled over 2,600 aircraft, 60% of which were combat shooters. This video documents every single jet fighter used during the 43-day air campaign. Let's begin with the American air dominators. F-15C Eagle. Considered the apex predator of Desert Storm, this machine served as the primary air superiority fighter for the coalition. It featured the APG-63 radar with non-cooperative target recognition capability, allowing pilots to identify and engage targets beyond visual range without requiring visual confirmation. Accounting for 31 of 35 U.S. Air Force air-to-air kills while maintaining a 94% mission-capable rate, it established total air dominance within the first 3 days, forcing Iraqi aircraft to either flee to Iran or die in their shelters. F-15E Strike Eagle. The deep interdiction specialist making its combat debut. It featured the Lantern targeting system with synthetic aperture radar, allowing crews to hunt mobile Scud launchers through cloud cover at night. While tasked with the frustrating Great Scud Hunt, it pioneered tank plinking, using laser-guided bombs to systematically destroy individual dug-in tanks, and achieved the war's most bizarre kill, bombing an airborne Iraqi helicopter with a 2,000-pound laser-guided bomb. The multi-role workhorses. F-16 Fighting Falcon. The most numerous coalition jet with 249 aircraft. It served as the mass behind the coalition's strike power, flying over 13,000 sorties, more than any other type. It featured a compact design optimized for air-to-ground attack, though most variants lacked self-designation capability for precision weapons. After losing 2 aircraft to SAMs during Package Q, the largest strike of the war, F-16s shifted from Baghdad's dense defenses to the Kuwaiti theater, where they pioneered killer scout tactics, loitering in kill boxes to identify and direct strikes against Iraqi ground forces. F-117A Nighthawk. The stealth revolution. Considered the only aircraft allowed to strike downtown Baghdad during opening nights, this machine served as the spearhead of the coalition's decapitation strategy. It featured faceted stealth design that rendered it invisible to Iraqi radar, allowing solo penetration of the densest air defenses without jamming support. Comprising only 2.5% of combat aircraft, it struck over 31% of strategic targets on day 1, validating decades of black-budget stealth development by placing bombs down ventilation shafts with impunity. The Close Air Support Specialists. A-10. Thunderbolt II. The Warthog, designed to destroy Soviet armor. It served as the primary close air support platform, with 144 aircraft deployed to kill boxes in Kuwait. It featured the GLU-8 Avenger 30 mm cannon, a 7-barrel rotary cannon so powerful the aircraft was essentially built around it, and could carry AGM-65 Maverick missiles. While destroying 987 tanks and proving exceptionally survivable with aircraft returning, despite massive battle damage, it suffered the highest loss rate among U.S. fixed-wing aircraft, forcing a tactical shift to medium altitudes after initial low-level operations proved too costly. The Specialized Strikers. F-117F Aardvark. The supreme precision striker of the war, it served as the primary tank plinking platform using its PaveTac infrared targeting pod for night operations. It featured variable sweep wings and terrain-following radar, allowing ultra-low-level penetration regardless of weather or darkness. Destroying over 1,500 armored vehicles, more than the A-10, it also stopped Iraq's environmental warfare by destroying oil manifolds at the Sea Island terminal with GBU-15 glide bombs, proving the value of standoff precision weapons. The defense suppressors. F-4G Wild Weasel V, the CD specialist. Considered the radar hunter of the coalition, this machine served as the dedicated suppression platform protecting strike packages. It featured specialized avionics to detect, classify, and target Iraqi radar emissions, armed with AGM-88 HARM anti-radiation missiles. While physically destroying numerous radars, its greater achievement was virtual attrition, forcing Iraqi operators to shut down systems to avoid harms, effectively blinding the integrated air defense without firing a shot and allowing non-stealthy bombers to operate with impunity. F-117A Raven, the electronic warfare guardian. It served as the jamming support aircraft, protecting non-stealthy strike packages entering defended airspace. It featured powerful electronic countermeasures that disrupted Iraqi radar and communications across the electromagnetic spectrum. Though unarmed, an F-117A crew scored the war's most unusual kill on opening night, a maneuver kill when an Iraqi Mirage F-1 crashed while attempting low-level pursuit of the jamming aircraft. United States Naval Aviation, the carrier-based fighters, F-14 Tomcat. The Fleet Defender. Considered the protective umbrella for carrier battle groups, this machine served primarily in the air defense role from 6 carriers. It featured the AWG-9 radar, capable of tracking 24 targets simultaneously and firing the long-range AAM-54 Phoenix missile, though most squadrons flew the F-14A with troublesome TF-30 engines. While lacking the USAF's non-cooperative target recognition system, forcing stricter rules of engagement that limited its kill opportunities, it scored 1 helicopter kill and provided vital tactical reconnaissance using TARPS pods, but lost 1 aircraft to an SA-2 missile. FA-18 Hornet. The strike fighter concept validated. It served as the Navy and Marine Corps multi-role backbone, proving capable of switching between air-to-air and air-to-ground within a single mission. It featured fly-by-wire controls and could carry both HARM missiles and bombs, making it a self-escorting strike package. 2 VFA-81 Hornets demonstrated the concept perfectly on day 1. Shooting down 2 Iraqi MiG-21s with missiles, then proceeding to bomb their assigned ground targets. Though the first coalition loss was also an FA-18, shot down by an Iraqi MiG-25 on opening night. The Heavy Strikers. A-6E Intruder, the Navy's long-range heavy bomber. It served as the deep strike and maritime interdiction platform, operating primarily at night from carriers. It featured the SWIP upgrade, allowing it to fire the AGM-84E SLAM standoff missile in its combat debut, used for mining Iraqi waters and attacking infrastructure. While capable, its large radar cross-section and low-level tactics resulted in 5 aircraft lost, the highest Navy losses, exposing the vulnerability of non-stealthy bombers in modern air defense environments. A-7E Corsair II. The Combat Swan Song. Considered a proven Vietnam-era design reaching obsolescence, this machine served in the interdiction role from USS John F. Kennedy. It featured simplicity and reliability, performing admirably in its final war. Operated by only 2 squadrons, it was immediately retired after Desert Storm, fully replaced by the FA-18, and marking the end of dedicated light attack aircraft in carrier air wings. The Marine Jump Jet, AV-8B Harrier II, the vertical takeoff striker. It served as the Marine Corps close air support platform from amphibious assault ships and forward bases, providing responsive firepower close to ground forces. It featured vectored thrust nozzles, allowing vertical takeoff and landing, eliminating the need for long runways. While providing rapid response capability, it suffered a high loss rate, 5 aircraft, due to vulnerability to infrared missiles during low-altitude operations and the substantial heat signature produced during thrust vectoring maneuvers. The European Coalition, Royal Air Force, Operation Granby, Tornado GR-1, the controversial low-level Striker. Considered the RAF's primary attack platform, this machine served in the airfield denial role using JP-233 sub-munition dispensers. It featured variable sweep wings and terrain-following radar optimized for ultra-low-level penetration. After losing 6 aircraft in early weeks to AIA and SAMs during dangerous low-level JP-233 runs, tactics shifted to medium-altitude bombing, exposing a capability gap as Tornadoes initially lacked sufficient TIALD laser designation pods for precision strikes. Blackburn Buccaneer S-2B. The veteran brought from retirement. It served as the laser designator for Tornado strike packages after the low-level crisis exposed precision bombing gaps. It featured the PAVE Spike targeting pod, providing the designation capability Tornadoes lacked. Operating in spike teams, Buccaneers designating while Tornadoes dropped laser-guided bombs, this 1960s-era aircraft proved critical in destroying bridges and hardened shelters, demonstrating that old platforms with modern sensors remained combat effective. Sepakat Jaguar GR-1A, the reliable interdiction platform. It served in the tactical strike role, delivering ordnance against Iraqi ground forces and infrastructure. It featured overwing AIM-9L sidewinder rails for self-defense and could carry CRV-7 rocket pods for area suppression. Despite being a 1970s design, it performed reliably in the harsh desert environment and faced less opposition than the Tornadoes, proving the value of operating in less defended areas rather than the most dangerous targets. Tornado F-3, the air defense variant. Considered the long-range interceptor protecting Saudi airspace, this machine served in the combat air patrol role deep into Iraq after F-15s cleared the skies. It featured the Foxhunter radar providing long-range surveillance and tracking. While scoring no kills, arriving after the F-15s had already dominated, it provided valuable early warning and backup air defense, ensuring no Iraqi aircraft penetrated coalition airspace. French Air Force, Opération Daguet. Mirage 2000C, the restricted interceptor. It served primarily in defensive combat air patrols over Saudi Arabia rather than offensive sweeps into Iraq. It featured the RDI radar and Super 530D missiles for beyond visual range interception. Initially barred from Iraqi airspace to avoid misidentification with Iraqi Mirages, it provided escort for high-value assets like U-2 reconnaissance aircraft, demonstrating political constraints often limit capable platforms more than technical ones. Sepakat Jaguar A, the French ground attack workhorse. Considered the primary French strike platform, this machine served in the interdiction role against Republican Guard positions and munitions depots. It featured compatibility with the AS-30L laser-guided missile, providing standoff precision capability. While operating effectively, Jaguars initially lacked GPS and relied on Mirage F-1CRs with superior navigation systems to guide them to targets, highlighting the importance of navigation technology in desert warfare. Mirage F-1CR, the reconnaissance and pathfinder. It served dual roles as tactical reconnaissance platform and navigation leader for strike packages. It featured advanced inertial navigation systems superior to contemporary Jaguars, along with reconnaissance sensors. Carefully managed due to Iraqi operation of similar Mirages, it provided critical battle damage assessment imagery while guiding less capable aircraft to targets in the featureless desert terrain. Italian Air Force, Operazione Locusta. Tornado IDS, Italy's first combat deployment since World War II. It served in the initial strike role against Iraqi targets from Al Dhafra, UAE. It featured interdiction strike capabilities similar to the RAF Tornado GR-1. With only 8 aircraft deployed, one Tornado was shot down by anti-aircraft fire on opening night during a loft bombing profile, resulting in crew capture and marking Italy's costliest loss of the war. Canadian Forces. Operation Friction. CF-128 Hornet. The Desert Cats. Considered Canada's multi-role contribution, this machine served initially in combat air patrols protecting the Persian Gulf Naval Task Force. It featured the same capabilities as U.S. Navy FA-18s, carrying both air-to-air missiles and bombs in swing role configuration. Evolving from defensive caps to sweep escort missions deep into Iraq, they later participated in the Aluminum Bridge campaign, dropping MK-82 bombs on Iraqi ground forces, demonstrating a smaller nation's ability to adapt and contribute across multiple mission types. The NATO Flank Guard. Mirage 5BA. Belgium's deterrent force. It served in the air defense of Turkey's southern border under Operation Scud. It featured a simplified, attack-optimized variant of the Mirage 3 airframe. With 18 aircraft deployed to Diyarbakir, Turkey, they deterred potential Iraqi aggression against NATO's southeastern flank, but did not fly offensive sorties into Iraq, demonstrating that deterrence missions remain vital even when not directly engaging the enemy. The Gulf Cooperation Council. Royal Saudi Air Force. F-15C Eagle, Saudi. The regional defender, proving its worth. Considered a symbol of Saudi military modernization, this machine served as the kingdom's primary interceptor defending coalition airspace. It featured the same capabilities as USAF F-15Cs, operated by well-trained Saudi pilots. Captain Ihed Salah al-Shamrani achieved the war's most dramatic Saudi victory, shooting down 2 Iraqi Mirage F-1s attempting a suicide Exocet missile run against the coalition fleet, validating years of U.S. training and demonstrating Arab air forces could match Western performance. Tornado IDS ADV, Saudi. The multivariant force. It served in both interdiction strikes and air defense, making Saudi Arabia the only other Tornado operator in theater besides UK and Italy. It featured the same capabilities as RAF variants. Operating alongside coalition forces, Saudi Tornadoes demonstrated interoperability and the kingdom's commitment to liberating Kuwait with its most advanced platforms. Kuwait Air Force. A4KU Skyhawk. The exiled nation's vengeance. Considered the symbol of Kuwaiti resistance after escaping the August 1990 invasion, this machine served in aggressive low-altitude strikes against occupying Iraqi forces. It featured a compact, agile design dating from the 1950s, but upgraded with modern avionics. Driven by exceptional morale and intimate terrain knowledge, Free Kuwait pilots flew dangerous missions to liberate their homeland, losing 1 aircraft to SAMs, but demonstrating that motivation can compensate for older equipment. Mirage F-1CK, Kuwait's French fighter. It served alongside the Skyhawks in strike missions against Iraqi occupation forces. It featured French weapons systems and represented Kuwait's pre-invasion diversified procurement. Operating from Saudi bases, these aircraft participated in the Liberation Campaign, proving that even small nations with modern equipment could contribute meaningful combat power. The smaller Gulf states. F-16C, Bahrain. The newest fighter in combat. Considered Bahrain's cutting-edge acquisition delivered just months before the invasion, this machine served in strike missions against targets in Kuwait and southern Iraq. It featured Block 40 avionics, making it more capable than many coalition F-16s. Marking the first combat use of the F-16 by a Gulf nation, Bahraini F-16s demonstrated rapid operational readiness and the value of Western training programs. Alpha Jet, Qatar. The Light Attack Specialist, It served in the close air support role during the Battle of Khafji, engaging Iraqi forces in urban combat. It featured a trainer-derived design with surprising combat effectiveness due to slow speed and maneuverability. Qatari Alpha jets attacked Iraqi tanks in Khafji's streets, where faster jets struggled, proving light attack aircraft remained viable in specific tactical situations despite the trend toward multi-role fighters. Mirage 2000, UAE. The Emirates Interceptor contribution. It served in the coalition's mass, providing additional air defense and strike capability. It featured the same capabilities as French Mirage 2000s. Demonstrating Gulf Cooperation Council interoperability and commitment, UAE Mirages operated seamlessly within the Integrated Air Tasking Order alongside NATO allies. The Iraqi Air Force. The high-end interceptors. Meji 21, Foxbat. The most dangerous Iraqi asset. Considered Iraq's only aircraft capable of threatening coalition fighters, this machine served as the high-speed interceptor attempting slash-and-run attacks. It featured Mach 2.8+ speed and powerful radar, remaining deadly despite age. Responsible for shooting down Lieutenant Commander Spiker's FA-18 on opening night, the only confirmed Iraqi air-to-air kill, and evading 10 missiles in the Samurai engagement. 2 were eventually destroyed by F-15Cs, but the Foxbat proved speed and altitude could still challenge modern fighters. Meji 29 Fulcrum. The modern fighter that failed to deliver. Considered Iraq's most advanced aircraft and theoretically F-15's equal, this machine served as the backbone interceptor force. It featured helmet-mounted sights and infrared search and track systems, giving close-range advantages over Western fighters. 5 were shot down by F-15s in the opening days without scoring kills, demonstrating that advanced aircraft mean nothing without effective ground control, pilot training, and integration. Once coalition forces destroyed sector operations centers, MiG-29 pilots flew blind into beyond visual range ambushes. The workhorse fighters. Meji 29 Fulcrum. The modern fighter that failed to deliver. Considered Iraq's most advanced aircraft and theoretically F-15's equal, this machine served as the backbone interceptor force. It featured helmet-mounted sights and infrared search and track systems, giving close-range advantages over Western fighters. 5 were shot down by F-15s in the opening days without scoring kills, demonstrating that advanced aircraft mean nothing without effective ground control, pilot training, and integration. Once coalition forces destroyed sector operations centers, MiG-29 pilots flew blind into beyond visual range ambushes. MiG-23 Flogger. The aging backbone suffering catastrophic losses. Considered the most numerous Iraqi fighter, this machine served as the standard interceptor across most air defense sectors. It featured swing-wing design and Soviet missiles, but dated avionics and poor pilot training. 8 were shot down by F-15s, most caught attempting to flee rather than fight, demonstrating that numbers mean nothing when facing technologically superior, well-trained opponents with total situational awareness. Su-22 Fitter. The ground attack refugee. It served primarily in the strike role before fleeing en masse to Iran. It featured Soviet ground attack design with limited air combat capability. 4 were shot down attempting to escape, but 40 successfully reached Iran, representing the largest single type to flee and demonstrating Iraqi leadership's prioritization of preserving strike aircraft over fighting for air superiority. Su-25 Frogfoot. The Soviet close air support jet. Considered Iraq's equivalent to the A-10, this machine served attacking Iranian forces during the Iran-Iraq War. It featured armored cockpit and redundant systems for low-altitude survival. 2 were shot down, with 7 reaching Iran, proving less valuable to preserve than the longer-range Su-22s and Su-24s, as close air support became impossible once coalition achieved air superiority. Su-24 Fencer, the modern strike bomber. It served as Iraq's long-range deep strike platform, theoretically capable of hitting targets across the region. It featured sophisticated avionics and terrain-following radar rivaling Western bombers. 24 fled to Iran, the second-largest type after Su-22s, as Iraq prioritized saving its most capable strike platforms, though they never effectively employed them before the exodus.